Okay, I went a bit over the edge with my drawing today. I went like that, and
Uh-huh.
then I went like that,
Yeah.
and then I went a bit like that.
Okay.
You're a Rembrandt, you are. No, not Rembrandt. Picasso.
So, yeah.
It's weird. It's very, very weird.
Well, you're back on recording
um,
again, Tom.
Brill. Sorry about that, everybody.
right.
Okay, let me go back onto here. Oh, I can't remember what I was talking about either. Doesn't matter. I'll just start putting his other ear in while I'm here. So exactly the same principle, because I can see that it curves in and it comes back out and it curves back out again. There
So
we go.
is the ears from the sort of level with the eye?
Yeah. As it's on a younger person, it would sit pretty much in that gap, almost exactly. But as he's a much older gentleman, they continue to grow, so it's more in line with the top of his ears are in line with his eyebrows.
Okay.
And the bottom just sits just under the bottom of the nose line there. Let's try and make that look like an ear. A bit of that, don't we? There we go. Again, not symmetrical. They're not. They're not the same shape or size as each other. And again, the Y shape is a bit more prominent here because I can see that there's like the top of the Y, and then
Thingy, and probably that would be better.
Just about like that, and then we'll put that around there. Build that up there.
It's disgusting. My nose. Look at it.
Can I ask, is this before we did Charles Xavier or after we did Charles Xavier?
I don't know. From the reference picture, I can see big yellow writing going upwards on the side, and it looks like comic. So I think he's at a Comic-Con, so it might be while he's doing
the X-Men, yeah.
I can't see why else he would be at Star Trek, I don't know.
Yeah, might be a Trek convention, yeah, Luke Picard.
Yeah. They did a new series of that not long ago, so it could be quite recent, I don't know.
Look like Star Trek. I'm a Star Wars fan.
And me. Okay. So let's make it look. It's a bit of a floating head at the minute, isn't it? It's annoying me a little bit. So I'm going to stick his shirt in. Yeah.
From Power Rangers, a bit Zordon-ish. You're a giant floating head.
Like Holly off Red Dwarf. Well, I'm just going to
I get where you're coming from.
Very quickly, just going to stick a shirt and jacket on him. That's the. You don't have to do this. It's really bothering me that he's just sort of floating in midair. Neck is actually the very thin neck. It goes against everything I told you about necks last week, that they're going to sort of come down from the base of the ear. But he's got very, as I said, his jaw is quite squared off. So it probably is. His neck probably does start around here, but it comes down like that, and his jaw is quite prominent, so it's sticking out through there. Let me just finish off this bit here. Stick a button in. Right, I'll get back to it in a second. There we go. That bit there and that bit there. Okay. Now we can make him look even older with his neck, because he's got lots of, I don't know how to describe it, kind of lizard neck. Best way I could think about saying it. So actually lined up with sort of that halfway line is the most prominent bit of his neck, the darker bits there. You tend to have two of those because you've got two great tendons here, haven't you, on your neck. And this is really dark. So what I'm going to do from this point is start sort of shading this side, because as we've said, the light is seems to be coming sort of from here. I imagine if he is on like a panel somewhere, he has got a spotlight on it. So I'm going to make this bit's particularly dark on his neck. So I'm going to just cover that. He's also got a bit there. And round by that, his shirt. Okay, he's also, as I said, this side, so we can make his prominent cheek bone there. Are you getting some good ASMR from all the scratching of the pencil you can hear? Because I'm not talking so much. And here. I remember that I did mention chins before, that chins are like a circle. You can see it on your reference here, that it sort of comes, there's a lot darker here than there is this side. So the light's coming from here and it's got this circle that's sticking out. If you look at from the side, you can see that the chin sticks out. What else am I going to do here? Actually, yeah, we got that little lip line there. Bring his lips up a little bit. He's smiling a bit more. Let's make him happy. And do the same with the nose, because remember the noses stick out off the face, don't they? So see what I'm missing here. Just started absolutely throwing it down with rain. And remember, it was last week, wasn't it, that I mentioned the sort of the corner of your head. You can see it quite clearly on this photo from both sides, actually. Let's sort of curve around and come up. This is why I did it today we're doing it with a bald man, so we can see a lot of these shapes that if you had hair, they wouldn't be quite as obvious. Okay. Let's put some sort of shadow on here. Try and do light shadow first of all. You know, don't press down too hard or use a lighter pencil. And then you can always make it darker. It's harder to get rid of the really hard marks than it is to get rid of the lighter ones. So try and keep them light for now. And you can always make them darker later. Pleased with that so far. This side needs a bit more prominence on it. That's quite dark. That's probably the darkest part of that side of the face. Is that line there? We'll see. Okay. Also got the shadow coming from the nose, because obviously it's blocking loads of light, so we don't get just stuff there. We can see that it's quite a nice shape as well. We can sort of block in that there. Okay. I'm just messing around with the shadows on this side of the face now to try and make it look more like him. Okay, and the very actually penultimate thing that I'm going to do, I think I've got one in my pocket somewhere. Oh, no, I haven't. It's there. I'm confident now that I don't need any of those lines, so I'm going to just go in there, remove them, because I think as soon as I do, you'll be able to see a bit more clearly how it looks. So.
Even from the beginning, it looked like the man that you were drawing. Lines and all.
Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay, so for my final trick, let's fill in those eyes and hopefully the likeness will just sort of pop off the page. The real trick to having a likeness, I always find, is in the eye, and it's leaving that little white reflection fleck. He's only got one I can see on here, and it's on this eye. So I'm going to start here. And I'm first of all just going to do a little circle there where that fleck is, so I don't accidentally draw over it. And it's handy that there's not a lot of definition in his eyes because he's obviously, as I said, he's an older bloke. So it's quite sunken. So I'm just going to lightly colour in one eye there. And I sink it back a bit further because his eyes are quite dark. Apart from here, his eyelids are probably the darkest part on his face, I think. And the other side as well. There's no fleck, but I can just about make out a pupil there. I've got the shape in there, so let's just shade that in there as well. Okay, I'm just going to touch up a little bit with some darker shadows. And again, because this side is all in shadow, this ear needs to just be completely darker anyway, because that one's been hit by all the light, isn't it? So this one just needs sinking back even further than I have done there. Just going to play around a little bit. I'm sure there's much more that you can do and probably will do. I hope you'll take this away and have a play, have a fiddle, see what we can get going on. It sort of looks like him. I'm sort of happy with that. Okay. Right. You should have something like that. So, any questions?
Wow, that's incredible.
Yes, it really is.
Wow.
Lightness it's not quite right. If I could,
Hey,
it looks
it's
better.
fantastic.
It's better in real life, anyway.
It's fantastic. I have to say that is a very good, very, very, very good drawing. Very good drawing.
Enough about mine. Let's see yours.
Was a bit screwy, but you know, it's one of those
When
things. But
I finish,
that's mine.
Okay. Yeah, you've squared off his jaw. I can see that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
squared it up a little bit, but
Yeah. You did a few, didn't you?
yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did that one first, which
Yeah.
I didn't even get ready
Well,
to
it's
do one,
good to-
and then
just
I
not
did
time.
that one.
Yeah.
I did that one. Just squared it off there.
Yeah,
And
that's a
then
better face shape than the one you were showing me before.
Oh, right, okay.
Looks
And then, of
good,
course, that
Natalie.
one.
Looks really good, Natalie.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very good,
It is a lot better
Natalie.
here, proportions
Thank
of your
you.
face.
Thank
for-
you.
Anybody else? I can see
Hi.
Nicole's
Yeah,
one
I
there.
got
You've
mine
managed to
here.
get managed to get a full head and shoulders. That's really good. You've got a proper egghead shape on it there.
Yeah, I use an
I
egg.
did call him an egghead, didn't I, at one point? So you completely forgiven. That's really
Kind
good.
of drew
Yeah,
around an egg, but the egg
you got the
That's really
shirt
good.
on and everything.
Yeah.
Smashing.
Really good.
And it all looks in. All of the features look in pretty much the right place as well. Really
That's
good.
useful.
What else we got? I can just about see Frank's there. There we go. Always taking it down there. Who else have we got? Kerry, is that there? Can you see one? Oh, sorry, Kerry. We've gone to Kim. Yeah, he's got it proper. That face shape is spot on coming around there.
The nose is
Noses are difficult. There's I sort of broke it down, tried to, into shapes and things, but it's more about because you see it because of the effect of the light rather than the shape of it. So it only really started to look like his nose when I started to fill in this side.
It's that ball. Should I just get rid of that ball? Because I've got a big ball in the middle of my nose, a big round.
You could do, and then try it. Try it.
It
It looks like it now. I can see it better now. Yeah. Oh, and there's Kerry's. Right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm seeing it. It's got a bit of a little mustache I can see going on, but yeah, good. Everyone's getting this right, which is what I was hoping for, because I was talking about the upside down egg quite a lot last week, and no one has that. So everyone's paid attention and squared off the bottom of his face, which is what I was after, mostly. Good, really good. Good tries, everybody, and some absolutely cracking results. June's is great. I can see June's now up on there.
I've just got to go somewhere. I'll be back in 1 minute. All right.
I would have known who that was, June.
Yeah, it's either Patrick Stewart or Bruce Willis. So you got a 50-50 chance. Oh, and there's Holly's as well. I can see that one there. Yeah, I think both of applies to both of you, Holly and June. Just need some more shadow building up on the one side to make it look 3D, make it look like it's actually here.
Yeah.
But yeah, both of you have done. I've said it. Everybody's got his jawline in, which is what I was after, because it just proves that you can build it up from guidelines, which everybody's done.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. We're going over to you now, Kim.
Really good, guys.
Please do.
Thank you, Tom. That was brilliant.
You're very welcome.